when you cascade, okay? This is the bearing air. This is how it sets how much air, how high it flows to sample. So it's spin free. If you get it too low, when it tries to regulate, slow down the air that's speeding to the spinner, okay? It'll start to
Start to what?
slow down.
Oh, start.
Or if you got it too high, then you're floating it too high in the spin, you run the red. Don't play with this unless you really want to.
I won't mention a big deal.
Slow drop, it's set so it will descend down the barrel and get to the bottom before it cuts the slow drop air off. So you don't have any hard seating in the road, okay? We don't want to break no samples, we don't want to break the last part of the road, okay? So, keep that where it's at, okay?
Now, our air is not always consistent.
We mean not consistent.
Sometimes we come in and the fuse is blown over there, and so the thing's
Okay.
off. So
You're not going to get it out until they replace the fuse.
we're not gonna get what?
You're not going to do any
If
sampling.
we have a
there.
sample in there.
Yeah, when your air source goes down, you got no method of getting it
Sure.
out of there. Okay?
Or getting one in, or
Or
anything.
putting one
Yeah.
in. Nope.
And so
You can run
we
the
try to
system in
turn it on.
non-spinning. You can run the system non-spinning, but you can't see any samples till they restore your air.
So if we go to
However-
turn it on and we don't hear that hum,
I could show you. I will show you something. In case.
Don't put a sample.
don't put a sample in, or is there a better way to do it to
Well,
figure out whether or not we got air pressure?
If you get if they do that, and they don't, if you keep a sample of magnet,
Yeah.
and they ensure that they go in and eject via the button or E on the command line, okay, and it don't come up, then don't be trying to put none in it because there ain't no air to drive the sample up.
Right, right,
Okay,
right.
bottom line.
So E, enter.
E or inject, okay? E up here or eject here, okay?
Okay,
Or insert, or I here,
okay.
insert sample, okay? Down it went.
So we click eject, we listen. If we don't hear anything, then we
You don't
make
hear
sure.
anything, you don't turn around and see the sample sitting on the upper barrel, okay?
Yeah.
Look here. Oh, I don't see any air.
So there's where we can look as well.
I don't see any air, yeah.
There's where we can look as
This
well.
is
Okay.
And I'm gonna put this on. I got a protocol service document where I've gone through and tested everything on the
Yeah, yeah.
instrument. Okay. These values will be wrote on my sheet so that you know what they should be set to. Okay. In case somebody does come in and play with them.
Yeah. Can we put a little?
This is the system air that provides sample control
Yeah.
and BT and cooling air.
Okay.
This one is only supplying air to the TMC legs. Okay? And this is where Dave told you you want to
Right, turn that off anytime you fill it.
Oh, I had a customer who used to get mad at one of our engineers because he wouldn't set it down when he was doing a helium fill. He said, "Don't send that guy back here to fill my magnet. He shakes the hell out of my magnet."
Is that on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it down now. Okay. Okay, have a seat. All right, so at this point, okay, once we have a sample in, I'm gonna walk you through the manual mode, okay?
What'd you guys put in? Or did you put one in?
Yeah, the sample he gave me yesterday,
Okay.
he put in the system, okay? Okay, now go to the lock page.
So we have two of these, or where is it at?
Yeah,
Okay.
one's already in a magnet.
Okay,
Okay, so, you have two. Go to, actually, let's give it a name.
Ham bone. I like ham bone.
Oh, wait, stop. We don't want to do anything at this point. I want you to go up to File, Printers. Make sure that's set. Okay? That's good.
Okay.
Click on Close.
What are we looking for here again?
Look to make sure you got a printer set up. So we're Hewlett Packard later.
Oh, okay, all right, all right.
It's going to plot the print to it. Close that. Now I want you to go up to Tools. I want you to go to Standard Calibration Experiment. Scroll down. Okay, go over Setup Gradient Shimming. Each account you need to do this before you start to use the account. Click on that. Okay, this brings up the gradient setup. Okay, Now I want you to go to gradient shim on the drop-down menu under start.
Oh, right here?
Go to
Under start.
gradient shim. Okay.
Under acquire.
Down to gradient shim. No. Go back to start. There you go.
Wait,
Okay, you're on
this is
gradient
acquire.
shim. Okay. Click on these, that arrow there.
That load map?
Yep. Click on that. I just want you to see that. You've got a lock map and you got a proton map. Okay. Each one of those maps is for doing either proton pulse field gradient shimming or doing lock or deuterium gradient shimming. Most people do deuterium gradient shimming. Okay. So I just want to make sure that we had that map loaded in there. Okay. Okay. So go ahead and click that off. Okay. If you were going to test your sample, test the PFG, you would go in here and select what you want to test. In this case, PFG H2. Okay. You would click on that, and then you would click on Acquire Trial Spectra. It should give you a
What's the difference between H1
wait a
and
minute,
H2?
it's not going to be on. Go up here first. Enter PFG on question mark. Oh, yep. Okay. All right. Let's say no, yes. Do an SU. Oh, we don't have an actual experiment created yet. Called in yet. That might be why it's not on. Okay. Now.
So it said no. Is that what that means?
No, it says no, yes.
So what that means?
That means it's on. It'll run when it's in the experiment mode. That means it's not on. It's not on during any delays or pre-acquisition stuff. It's on during the experiment.
All right.
So this is,
It'll be
we're
false.
not shimming right now.
No, we're not shimming.
We are.
We're just making sure that's set up so you can do automated shimming. Okay.
What are we? Okay, go ahead.
So we're good there. You can click off quit gradient shimming, auto shim. Go right hand side, middle button, big button. Quit that. That exits it. Okay. Now.
So that whole step was there to see if the PFG was on?
Good lesson. Did you see that?
What?
I saw that already.
What?
I saw 999 right there.
On the temperature?
I saw 999.9.
Wow.
That means you got a bad connection on the AT cable. Over and lift this a little bit.
Okay.
Push come to shove. Maybe I'll actually have Dave do that. Okay.
Mount
So
it right
so
there.
it won't. Yeah, we'll put a cable on this so it won't droop. Okay. Because there's only one clip on it really holding it.
Okay.
Years ago, they used to make little freaking screw fasteners on them.
Yeah.
Screw 'em in, but then they put these little gripper blocks on the damn probes. And 9 out of 10 times after the system's been around for 10, 15 years, one of those little clips falls off that cable. Now, you only have one experiment, so I'm going to show you how to create more experiments, okay? To create an experiment, you enter CEPX, or CEXP. That means create experiment, okay? And in parentheses, put the number you want. So it's
I
2, because that's the next number,
after
okay?
1.
1. When the system creates your account,
So because we already have one
when
experiment
the
in there.
system creates your account, it automatically creates experiment number 1. Okay? Now, you don't want only one experiment to run in.
What's an experiment?
An experiment is what is you can have many experiments. Okay? You pick a particular experiment, load what you want in it, and run that experiment. A lot of places who do a lot of processing of stuff, they have a multitude of experiments, and if they have special test experiments, for example, they're qualifying a product they're putting out on the street, they save those experiments. So all they have to do is go in and join that experiment. Do an SU, it's now ready to run that test. Okay? It's ready to run that test on the product they did. Okay? So we're going to create you, okay? We're going to create you 10 of them. And I'm just going to show you. Oops. Okay, so if we go to EXP LIB, okay, that will show you your listing. I don't like to do that for some reason. You're kidding. There we go. So I had this in there where it had a new experiment in there. It wouldn't do anything until you got rid of that. Okay. Okay. So now you can see that we have this. We've got eight experiments in there. You can create, and you can, when you create an experiment, you can get it whatever number you want, up to 9,999, I believe. Okay. So if you got unique experiments you want to save them, that's kind of how you hide them.
And so an experiment has set parameters? Is that?
No. An experiment will have whatever parameters you want to put into it.
Yeah.
Right, so they'll have
Put in
unique
the-
parameters for each.
Okay.
And that's
When
how
I
we want to make
when I do this in BNMR1, if you go back through and was looking at BNMR1, you'll see a laundry list. I ran proton in experiment 1. I ran fluorine in 2. I ran P31 in 3. I ran C13 in 4. I did PFG shimming or something in 5, and I did some probe calibration in 6. Okay. It's just a method of running a different, of being able to switch between experiments and not have to call in, change the experiment every time. You're switching to a given experiment you want. You can always load another experiment over top of that. It override it. Okay. It's just a unique ability to have the ability to switch between experiments real quick without having to do the load of the experiment. Okay. Is all this is. Okay. This also gives you the ability to run an experiment in one experiment and join another experiment and do some data processing. Although, in a lot of cases, when it's networked, they want you to tie up the instrument for people using it, okay? So they network them so that you can extract your data via the network in most cases. But this gives you the ability to be able to do other things on the instrument while you're actually running an experiment. Okay, so from the start page, okay, you're running a given experiment. We will give it a sample name. Hit reach backspace and that'll take that away. Did it take it? All right.
Is that the solvent?
Solvent is already set to CDCl3. Okay.
What is this sample directory?
Sample directory is just where Rick pulled that one, and that I don't know where that got that from and what created it. Okay, let's go up and click on. Let's click on Proton. Go to Experiment drop down and click on Proton.
Experiments here?
Yeah, up there. Click on Proton. Okay, do an SU.
Type in
that-
SU.
SU will set up the experiment. SU on the command line is setup.
Doesn't mean
Okay.
super user.
No, doesn't mean you super user, okay? Okay, so it come up and it's set up.
So is it, instead of using the command line, can we do that from down here as well?
Yeah, click on setup button, setup hardware.
Set up hardware.
Yeah,
Okay.
same thing.
That's going to be easier for me than remembering all the
Right,
codes.
right, I understand, I understand.
So,
Okay, so now you're set up, okay? You got the sample in, you have your experiment set up, then you go to the lock page.
so
Over
this
on
is
the
the
left-hand
this is
side.
the
This is the pulse, that's the
Pulse
that's the pulse
sequence.
sequence, okay? Go to your lock page, okay? Click on lock. Okay, now let's go to, actually let's go to spin and temp first, okay? Okay, click on regulate speed. Okay, hear that relay?
Yeah.
That relay is turned on. Sample should start to spin here.
now did you get? That was our problem, right? We weren't getting the number.
One the light's not on, but is it indicating
20.
here?
Is that what that means? 20 current or no?
20 is the rate we're spinning, we're gonna go to. Okay.
Oh, it's at 12 now. 13. So that light's supposed to turn on as well?
Yeah. Why it's not turning on today? What happens is this light will flash. This light will flash until it gets to, I'll go back through, it might just need to be reset. As long as it spins the way we want it to, it indicates there.
And it says right here,
Says
the
it's-
current is 19 hertz.
It says it's regulated.
It says, as long as it says it's regulated, then it's okay.
And this little one here is going to where it's supposed to be, right?
Yes.
What kind of experiments do you not spin on?
Might be something, was it?
What kind of experiments do you not spin on? Or when?
Well, when you're doing pulse field gradient, the system turns spin on, shim on gradient.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So at this point, go back to the lock page. Okay, we have it spinning. Okay. Go
So
to-
I need to regulate the speed. So this is every time you run a sample, or
Yes.
I always need to do this regulate speed?
Normally, what we do, because we're a new user, we wanted to make sure that that speed was already set. And that's where you set it from. Okay?
Oh, okay. So I don't need to do this every time.
You don't
I
need to
run a
do that
sample.
every time, no.
Okay.
If it doesn't spin, okay, this is where you go to check and make sure the PFG didn't turn it off and leave it off, okay? Because PFG is going to shut spin off to do the pulse field gradient. Sometimes if you leave the system like that, the system will remain non-spinning, okay? And it won't come on until you go tell it to turn back on. But if PFG set it to 0, it's not going to come back on. So you got to go back to this page and turn it back up, okay? So now go to lock scan, up middle button, right next to eject. Okay, now, let's take our power all the way up.
Second one,
Take the power all the way up, the gain all the way up. Yep.
third one all the way up.
Now, I want you to change lock phasing to 120. Before you do, see if you can do that. No, if you can or not. Return. Alright, you see. And what I did was set lock phasing based upon what I had it before. Okay? Now, you got chloroform in. Change Z0. Your middle button changes these increments. Your increments are 1, 10, and 100. Okay? So if you push the middle button while you're in that box, the values will change. Now decrement down. Okay?
Right click.
Right, left click. Left click goes down, right click goes up. Okay? There you go.
And I want to go where?
Now you went by it. Okay, now change that to 10.
Oh,
Nope, go back to minus 100. Now middle button, change it to 100. Or I'm sorry, to 10. Okay, now keep decrementing. Decrementing till you see a flat line.
Flat line.
Yep.
It's supposed to go like this and then flat.
All right, it's going the wrong way, isn't it? Oh, you're not decrementing.
Oh, I thought I was. I was at 100.
I just wonder why it was getting more ringing. In all actuality, the Innovas, and I hadn't figured it out why, but the big double bay Innovas with 2 and 3 and 4 channels on them, chloroform's on the opposite end of the thing. Okay, right there. Go back to where it was. There. See how it's bouncing there? You
Yeah.
want to go through the roof, you want to stop there. Okay, you went by it. See how you're getting more ringing?
Yeah.
Come back. Come back to 210. Okay? Let's try 230. Go to 230 and stay there. Okay, click on lock on. Click the lock box. Lock box. Underneath spin. To the left. Bam. Now, walk your power down. Increments of 1. You should be able to bring it down about probably 25. What I'm trying to do is bring you out of saturation. If you look here, your lock level is reading 100. Okay?
Now, is this
There you
something
go.
I'm going to need to do every time again, or is this just initial?
It depends on whether you change solvents or not.
Oh, right.
If you put CDCl3 in, when you put it in the magnet, it will probably lock right away as soon as since someone else is running CDCl3. Okay.
Okay, so, all right, so under the lock,
So on lock, you go to your lock page.
put the power and the gain
Put-
all the way up.
I always have them run the power and the gain all the way up so you can see the ringing. Okay.
Okay.
Unclick the lock box. The reason why I tell you to unclick the lock box is, well, if the lock box is clicked, if you're ringing, you will jump on lock and it will lock before you're dead on resonance. That's dead on resonance. Okay? But I want to show you something. Okay? I'm going to take this on. Okay? I'm going to run this up. Watch how close I lock. See that? We're 40 points off. And it locked. The feedback circuit will permit it to lock, but it's not dead on resonance. Okay? That's why I say before you go looking for lock, be sure you turn the lock on. Okay? Then when you get it flat,
And after you think you found it, well, make sure you turn it off and back on
see?
again.
Now, the quick way to get shims, okay,
So now we're there.
Okay, so if
you are locked. Okay?
And now if you click off lock, if it really is on lock, it'll stay there, right?
Okay? There you go.
so we're done with
You're
the
done
lock.
on the lock page.
We're done lock.
You're done on lock. Now, if you are uncertain about lock phasing, do not try to adjust lock phasing on the lock page. It's not easy to see. I adjust lock phasing from the lock control here. Okay? Once you leave the lock page, you've got lock controls. Okay, power, gain, phasing, and Z0 controls on your shim page also. Okay. If you're going to check, this is where you want to check to see if your lock phasing is right. Okay.
And how do we know if it's right or not right?
Where does it peak? Where does it peak? Okay. We might have been off slightly, but looks like it wants to be somewhere around there, doesn't it?
Now, what are you
So
looking
we're
at?
watching at the little hand or
I'm
the longer
watching this
hand,
little button. I'm watching yes.
trying to go
The
straight
higher
down.
that goes, the better it is.
The higher
Okay.
towards the top then.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No.
As I run this, that's same thing as your shimming. Okay, we'll show your shimming.
Wait. So we're doing the phase. We want this number. We want this number to be the highest.
You want this to be as high as you can based on lock value. See if I back it off, see how it's falling off?
Yeah.
Okay?
And what is this value? This is our lock value.
That's your lock value, yeah? Your lock level. We call it the lock level. Okay? Then, if you're going to manually shim,
So this is,
okay,
so this is the better window to get the lock than that other one.
This is like fine adjustment,
After
this
you
is
got-
fine adjustment.
and the other one was
The other one was getting yourself locked on, getting yourself dead on resonance.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, lock phasing should not change. Sometimes I'm told that some of the solvents have a different lock phasing, so if you're having issues with some of the locks, check the phasing on that solvent. Okay. But I generally have never seen any shift in the solvents myself. Okay? So the lock phasing should not change very much. Okay. It should be in that area. But the Z0 is going to change based upon what your solvent is. Your lock power and your lock gain are going to be higher than, are going to vary depending upon what the solvent is. Okay? Acetone gets a much better lock than chloroform does. Okay, and things like that. So, all right.
All right, so
Then from there, okay, from there you have two options. You can either shim on Z1, Z2, okay, which is just incrementing and decorating. The Z1C and the Z2C are your coarse shims. Z1 and Z2 are your fine shims of the shims, okay? When your shims are really responsive in increments of 1 on coarse, you might find it necessary to shim and peak your shims with the fine shims, okay?
Okay.
Or,
so there's 4 shim options right there. Those are the 4
well,
that
no,
we,
there's 2 shim options.
2.
Okay, Z1, Z2 from this page.
Okay.
Whether you use coarse or fine.
Okay.
Or you can go to start gradient shimming, okay, and go to process and you can watch it, okay. What it's going to do is based upon that map that was in there, it's just going to run this and it will shim and optimize your shims for you.
Okay, so you went to, let's see, start,
We're in the shim page,
shim,
okay.
and then you click the C.
I open
gradient.
that up, right. Go ahead and click on that. See what you got, okay? See, you got gradient shim, you got gradient shim, you got gradient shim, and 4 non-spin shims. You got
Yeah.
gradient shim and 8 non-spin shims, okay? We normally only gradient shim on Z's. And I want to go back to after it's done doing this, let's go back to this page so we can see what it's doing, because I want you to show what happens, okay? It's going to complete it now, and it's going to tell us.
And it's going to tell us right down here that it's running. Is that how we should watch this?
Saying starting momentarily. See, it was supposed to. Down here, didn't complete. Down here. Once
On the
again,
board?
It really got me because it didn't. Or you can even be on that page. Okay. I want to see this do it again because I didn't see the process.
Oh, you can just go to.
I wanted to see what the iteration is, and it didn't come back and give me it. And I don't know whether it's because we were in between page, and it just didn't show it. But don't leave that.
Don't do anything?
Don't leave that.
All right, what are we
Down
looking
here,
at?
it's going to tell me when it gets done how well it's shimmed.
And we're watching progress.
This
right
is
here.
progress. Doing 8 shims on one fit, and it's doing 8 shims on another fit. Okay.
Well, you click. There was another option up here, gradient shim, right?
We did that. That was on the start page. That was on the shim page. On the start page is also the gradient shim on the buttons on the bottom.
So
of
I
the
could
page.
just click that
You can
instead
click
of
that
the
too. That's what I just did.
start
Yeah.
shimming.
Yeah.
But you need to get a lock before you can do that shim, that
Yeah.
gradient shim.
Well, not necessarily.
Really?
I don't understand why that looks like that. Let's see what it tells me. I don't like that sample shim.